What is up, everybody? Chris here, the Day-to-Day Apologist. Welcome to my What Jesus Said series, part 45. Now, I'm focusing on the gospel account of what Jesus says in the book of Matthew. So make sure you read the scriptures before and after. We will be covering where he is, who's he speaking to, and how to apply it day to day. Also, if you haven't watched my other videos, make sure you stop this one, click on the playlist section on my YouTube channel, scroll on down to the tab What Jesus Said, and there you go. You can watch all the videos right there. So that said, let's read Matthew chapter 9, verses 20 through 24. Just then, a woman who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years came up behind Jesus and touched the edge of his cloak. She said to herself, "If I only touch his cloak, I will be healed." Jesus turned and saw her, and he said, "Take heart, daughter. Your faith has healed you." And the woman was healed at that moment. When Jesus entered the synagogue leader's house and saw the noisy crowd and people playing pipes, he said to them, "Go away. The girl is not dead, but asleep." But they all laughed at him. So we're covering in this the where and the who. So where's Jesus? He's somewhere in Capernaum, around the Sea of Galilee. We don't know specifically where. Now, who is Jesus speaking to? Well, Jesus is healing. He's doing two miracles. One, he's speaking to the woman who's been bleeding for 12 years. That's the first person. And then he's speaking to a group of people at the synagogue leader's house whose daughter had just, according to the servant, had died. And so these people were mourning and playing pipes and everything, and you hear what Jesus says. So that's who he is talking to when he says that. Go away, she is not dead, she is asleep. So how can we apply this to our day-to-day? The first thing that I want to point out is Jesus is a healer with compassion. He's not just a healer. He has compassion for those who put faith into action into him. Do you see what happens? She thinks to herself, if I only touch his cloak, I will be healed. What an amazing step of faith. I wish there are times that when I'm not feeling good or I'm going through hard times that I had that kind of attitude. If I just pray to Jesus, he's just going to take care of me. But I'll be the first one to admit there are times where I'm like, I know Jesus hears me, but, sometimes he's really busy and he's got more important things. Surely he doesn't got time for little old me. This woman sets aside all those thoughts that Satan would say to her mind. And she says, if I only just touch his cloak. And he says, take heart, daughter, your faith has healed you. Perhaps when we have faith and we act upon that faith, and Jesus is the center of that faith, we can truly experience miraculous and amazing things in his mighty name. That's what happened to that woman. Now, the little girl who was sick and then died, the synagogue leader's daughter, I love how Jesus comes in there and he says, go away, the girl's not asleep, or the girl's not dead, she's asleep. And they all laugh at him. But we know from the other gospel accounts, he goes in there, he says, wake up, she wakes up, and they're all amazed. The end of this story in Matthew chapter 9, it says that the people were amazed. They were absolutely blown away. The father had faith that Jesus could do anything. And that's what drove Jesus to go to the daughter and to rise to heal her. And so it's unbelievable. The second point is don't underestimate Jesus. I love that Jesus still has compassion for the man who is hurting because he believes his daughter is dead. And Jesus doesn't care that the people are laughing at him. He has compassion. Jesus is absolutely wanting to do some miraculous things in your life. Some things that you don't even think are possible. Some things you don't even comprehend that he is capable of doing. But those who put their faith, hope, and trust in the Lord Jesus will see unbelievable things, will experience unbelievable things. And the most important thing, they will understand Jesus like never before in their life. That is above all what happened to the woman who was healed for bleeding for 12 years and the little girl and the father who was raised from the dead. God bless you guys. Hope you have a great day. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, comment down below, and I'll see you on Thursday.